Wow. Welcome back to my channel. How's everybody doing? Hopefully beautiful, great. So, I've been putting some videos together as far as explaining certain things. And truly what I had heard is, conspiracy, but truly the year to find out. It, there is no more conspiracy. That is, people don't truly understand, and if they don't, then you have to break it down to them. I guess layman's terms, but showing them true facts. Just like Diddy. There's so much information out there that is unreal. And when you can't really prove something and you got to go on what other people saying, well, you always have to go on your opinion. But truly, when we have gifts, and I don't want to go 1111. You might be seeing 444-777. Well, welcome to my channel, because I did pull some cards as far as for the energy. Whoever's going to view this, they may resonate for you. As far as the cards are just confirmation, okay? I've spoken on the Illuminati, and that was a video that I did, I think it was yesterday. And then now I'm finding these other ones, which got some great creators that are putting things together, because it's really hard going and researching everything. And then, again, they say allegedly and things like this. Well, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than everybody understands it. But if you can break it down bit by bit and truly understand, well, what I'm going to do today is... yesterday, when I was channeling, because as far as when I start to open up and start to channel, then it's information that comes through. And I believe when I was talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce and everything, something about a cat, and the cat was significant. Well, when I'm looking at this video about the Illuminati, the creator did it about, I think, 3 weeks ago, and he went in there. Again, first and foremost, this is about the Lord. This is not about satanic and anything like that. There's no sacrificing here. This is just straight up walking in blind faith, understanding how to cleanse yourself, co-creating with the universe. So let me get a prayer before I do start. When my worry is great within me, your comfort brings joy to my soul. One more time. When my worry is great within me, your comfort brings joy to my soul. Psalms 94:19. 94:19. 94:19 maybe. Okay. Now, how are they doing this? All the cards, except for the two when I was shuffling the decks and everything, I just pulled two cards out. I mean, it's a card out of each deck. Not a lot of people understand cards are energy, but they're part of a story. When we work and we co-create with the universe and we're trying to help individuals, well, me pulling the cards is pulling the cards for the viewer. The viewer, whoever views this video, that's who the messages are going to be for. And you may get something, may not, but I'm going to pull one of the cards. Tell me. So, have faith in your dreams. Wow, okay. Waxing crescent moon. Okay, see it's starting, yeah, purple butterflies. You see, but I love it when when everything comes together. So, allegedly, Diddy's innocent. The thing is, he's guilty. When I say that, well, it's the truth. But we had to, okay, first and foremost, we had to understand certain things before we just brush it off. And that's where these two videos, both creators, two videos come in. The first one is going to be with the Illuminati. Again, prophets, psychic mediums, clairvoyance, clairaudience. Not everybody believes in it. And my soul brother, is talking. Oh, Leon. Oh my gosh, let's talk about Cleo. You know, it's funny, and when we talk about things, and I started to get chills. Really, that was the first like psychic as far as that. But it was people behind her. You know, they did that video. They did I guess a movie or whatever it was, but they explained everything was behind it. So there's scams out here. I mean, there's so many scams, and that's pretty much what it was. But it wasn't truly her doing it. I think she had little gifts. You know, it's depending on the soul's journey, how you're walking, 55. Again, walking in blind faith and understanding that he's real ancestors. And we're not alone. And the archangels. So that part is your faith. But truly the shifts that are coming in, and as empaths, which we all are, but truly understanding, and that's what we're here for. Oh, the other thing is YouTube. YouTube is gonna again, everybody has to be held accountable in this situation, because what I said, I think in the last video, how they control the narrative in order to control you. Well, you got to prove it. Give them facts, because people don't want to believe in certain gifts. A lot of these creators, they don't have gifts, so I'm not going to say that. They're showing the stories, and there's so much information out here. It's not funny. It's not funny because it's actually showing you truly the red flags. Because what I said earlier is going to start proving what I'm telling you. I'm giving you facts out of all the videos. Yes, I do have gifts. I work for the Most High. That's it. I don't do no rituals. I co-create with the universe. And he was, matter of fact, the cosmic egg. I cleanse with the egg. Yes, they're blocking my channel and everything. That's why when you gotta be held accountable for your actions, well, people think that they're bigger than the Lord. They think money makes them. They think that it's power. No. That's not that. Money don't make you happy. Money's just energy. We're energy, and that's it. They don't really want to speak on that, because then it's what it is. The churches. 757. I'm not going to go into too much of that, because I want to get this and show the facts of everything. Ooh. Right now, the energies. What is it? The sun again. That was the last one. Illuminating things, but this one. Leo. Strength. Balancing. Again, yellow might be significant to whoever's is. You might be a Leo, Virgo. Understanding that you have two energies and that you need to balance. You might be having a loved one coming in, or you might be missing a loved one. Know that you have them around you. Yeah, because it looks like there's something behind there. There's several. Something with the married, like the, I want to say, well, matter of fact. Yeah, there's, wow. All of the signs are here. Okay. A cup of tea. That's right. 17 may be significant, but I'm dropping the tea. Maybe a man watching, or have a beard, or one in your man. But I'm getting ready to drop the tea for you. 922, and it is straight facts. It's just people have to think outside the box, and they have to truly understand what it's about. And again, if you don't want to truly expand your mind and your consciousness, then I don't know what to tell you, because you're going to have to do this over. All these things are I get confirmations. Like I said, the cards are confirmation. But now, Information is here. What they never wanted you to know who you were. So again, just like I seen earlier, yes, I jump around, but vote. Exercise your right to vote. Because right now is a time that, once again, that we need to unite, but you need to start to heal the country. But in order for that to happen, other things are going to shock everybody. And when I say shock, that's why everybody's saying allegedly. No, it's the truth. That man is guilty. And that's why you have to break it down. You can't just we have to understand how we got here. This journey is not easy. The game of spirituality, and it's not even a game, but the game of life. Might be like playing games. But the spiritual game, and this is totally different, because somebody could say whatever they want, but we're truly here to help. And as an empath, 1111, as an empath, I cried earlier when I was channeling the pain of these people. When I say these people, of the individuals that have been hurt by Sean Combs. I said it. How do you belittle a man? How do you take the power? Well, you make them feel like nothing. So when you understand and you start to get the psychological part and the subconscious. See, the subconscious is things that is put back. But truly, when you think outside the box and you understand it's bigger than us, and it's broadening your horizon, and we're not alone. And yes, it ain't easy to develop gifts, because they're like, well, I know who I am, and that's it. It's just hard when they're blocking you and you can't really get out there, because as far as get out the information, I see it. It's going to happen when it happens. The reason why I do this, and I know where I'm at, is that I'm changing the consciousness. Because again, that's why I have to put my videos, and I record the videos, and then it's coming out in my soul family. This is what's happening, because a shift is here, and we know this. We've been doing this lifetimes. So we do have gifts. That's where this comes in. Any Sean Combs survivors, and truly to understand, you can reach out, and I am here to help. Because I understand as an empath, I feel your pain. And honestly, when I get into certain things, it's not easy to, in confirmation, 706, 7 might be significant, 1313. But truly to understand, it's not easy. It's truly not. And this is where it goes. It's about the people that have been hurt. And it doesn't matter how long ago. 1333, man. Because that's what I had to go and see and understand, where Sean Combs, as a man, but where did it start at? And how did it? Well, just like I said, they changed the narrative. If they control the narrative, that's how it started. It was meant to happen. And that's a perfect example. Sean Combs, exactly what they wanted. Father, murdered. Mother, doing the best they can, 14, doing the best they can for their children. Brother and sister. I think I had said he was the only child. No. The reason why I'm explaining this is because when I seen the video, and it explains everything, but we can't just throw everything and just brush it off. No. Because truly, when you put RICO and you're charging a person, that is why everybody that was connected, and anybody that had any inkling to this, to the crimes or anything, they can be charged. And that's it. So YouTube, just as guilty. They've been doing this. The thing is that the Lord's here, and He's bringing in justice. Again, confirmation. He's bringing justice in because nobody is bigger than the Lord. Okay? So get out and vote so that you could say, at least you participated. At least you try to make a change. Because it's about moving forward better than you were yesterday, but understanding when we know we can't change anything, in the sense of you can't change what you don't understand. And you don't always have to understand what you can't see and what is out there, thinking outside the box. Because, like I said, God is real. And the reason why I was talking about the voting too, because it's your right. And I'll speak on abortion because that's what these two gentlemen, and I don't want to just bring in the church, but that's what happened. Kamala Harris, again, because it's so close to the elections and everything, you have to think about things. These two young men, they're boys, they're young men. They don't really have the, do we understand? We need to understand one thing. 1616 is truly, it takes so long for a certain individual's minds to expand and truly realize. So not everybody is on the same level as everybody else. So it is about the Lord. You're right. It's about God. Whoever you subscribe to. As long as it's higher up. Nothing demonic. And you're the only one. Again, you think we're alone? We're not alone. That's why Judgment Day is here. That's why the towers came out. So these two young men that go to Catholic school, if I say the Bible was controlled as a narrative, then that's what it was, 1717. Because I'm telling you something, because you're judging. Now, we need to understand we are responsible for our bodies, okay? And I guess that breaks it down to like what Sean Combs did. He took somebody's right away from them. And he became judge and jury because he made sure that they had no right and that they don't have no feelings because he owned them. Let's just say that. Because who in the right mind will just heckle somebody into all these things, but literally thinks it's okay to drug a person and brutally rape them? Brutally. Because that's what he's been doing. See, I don't want to get into a lot of things, but let's get back to the abortion, because a woman has a right to make her choice. When I say that, I'm talking about, yes, murder and things. We're not talking about that. When you don't understand if a woman is raped or molested or anything, they want to say you can't have an abortion. No, 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 no. See, that's her choice. It's not your choice, man. And I'm talking to the men because that's why the forefathers, they're all men that created the Constitution, okay? So they don't understand what a woman feels because it's her body. So you have no right to tell her what to do with her own body. It's called control. It's called being a narcissist. Let's break it down because that's what it is. They never wanted you to love yourself. That's why they changed the narrative. Okay, so we gotta think outside the box. That's why you're not supposed to be having sex, they say, before marriage. No, because you're not supposed to be having sex because you don't understand emotion. You don't understand that you cannot understand jealousy because, oh, they think love and jealousy is the same thing. Pretty much, yeah. That's what it is. Well, it's not. Because nobody understands true love. because confirmation, what it is that what Sean was doing was controlling. See, he didn't love himself. And I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to show you these things. Because these videos that were said, it shows you right there. But as I was watching, I was channeling too as well. Because when I watch videos and things like, I channel. Oh my God, I start to channel. Because that's how it comes in. Because the way my ancestors and my guides work is when I'm channeling energy for somebody, it's what pops in my head first. I've been doing this already a long time, so I know how it is. So when I was watching it, it broke everything down for me to understand so I can explain it, to make it make sense. Well, for myself, but for the viewer, so they understand it. Because conspiracy theory, well, this is the year of the conspiracy, to expose it and to show everybody that the truth is here. But if you can't make it make sense, then we can't understand it. And then you sit there and say, that's it. And then close your mind off. Well, you can close your mind off, but that's your fault. And you can stay stuck because you want to. 2122. And that's it. But we're truly here to help. And that's what this is about. Helping. Whoa. You're not understanding the severity of everything. You have people in the emotional and instabilities that has caused, well, you have a shift of a certain thing. Like I told you, 9/11, this is very big. Because when you break down things that people don't understand and you truly show facts, then there's no denying anything. Who's real and who's not, well, that's for you to decide, not me. Because I'm not here to judge anyone. 2211. All I'm here to do is show you facts and help individuals. And to let individuals know, 2222, that you cannot steal from the chosen ones. You can't steal ideas and creations from the chosen ones, because then you're breaking spiritual law. See, they won't talk of the Catholic Church. What I'm going to show you where those men were at, those two boys. Okay, I'm going to tell them boys, because truly, if you make it make sense, you're interrupting a rally. You have your opinion, and you can say what you want, but you don't have the right to disrupt a rally because you don't like what they're saying. See, that's why you got thrown out. They want to say whatever the case is. No, you got thrown out of that rally. Those two boys that went to Christian or Catholic church or Christian church, it doesn't matter, because that's control. Because a woman has a right to her body. We just have to understand this. But you want to throw the narrative because you want to throw the Bible, and you want to put the Bible out there, and you want to say it's a sin. Well, it's a sin for a father to sleep with a daughter, right? And if they have a baby, you know that's going to create this. When they try to create these bloodlines that are pure, well, you can't do that. And maybe that young lady is too young, and it may just ruin her insides. But she should have the right to make the choice, not nobody else. Once we understand this, then you can make it make sense. Because when you start to judge somebody, well, that's the problem. You got to judge yourself. But think outside the box. When you interrupt a rally and you think you're doing something, no, you're not doing anything except for disturbing the peace and disturbing the people around you. So you don't have the right to go in there and just be yelling things, because that doesn't make sense. You have to think logically now. But now what they did is they put it there because that's how it came across. And she's speaking on things, but you think you have the right to interject. And then you get mad because you get thrown out. Well, you're thrown out because you're disrupting the rally and you're disrupting the people around you. They're there to hear the next president of the United States. And I'm sorry, you may not like it, but It's the truth. Sorry. Because Donald Trump's a racist? Well, it's the truth that he don't love himself. He don't respect women. He don't respect nobody. He only cares about himself. But anyways, that's your choice. You can believe what you want, and you can vote for whoever you want, that because that's your right. So let's get into this part, because you're making me mad already. You know. Let's see what else part of the energy. Maybe. Yeah, clarity, awareness, depression, interest, acceptance, contemplation, burdens. See? Page of Cups, because 4 Cups question. There's no contemplation. There's nothing. Because we need to understand that certain things we just can't always go and just say, instead of being like throwing it in somebody's face, think logically about something now. 26. Think logically. We have such advanced technology that if there's something wrong with that child, let's just say, nobody deserves to come into the world with disabilities. So that's why you shouldn't be having children too young or too old, because they tell you that the compatibility, so much, as far as your ages and things. So we have to think about things. The Lord never wants us to fail. He wants us to get up. He always gives us tools. When you walk in blind faith, then you understand this. It is about the Lord first and foremost. That's why the sun came out. But if I say I'm energy, well, what are you talking about here, energy? If I say it's a spiritual war, what are you talking about? There ain't no war here. Do you understand your energy? Do you know who's in your energy? See, they don't explain that to you. They don't take those classes. They don't have those classes there because it's not in the Bible. It's demonic. Entities. See, watch this. Entities is what the Illuminati, what the rituals they do. See, people don't want to believe in magic. That's why y'all are stuck. Because that's how they control the narrative. Make it make sense. And I have to. Because magic is real. I had to understand it. The love spells. The spells that they want to throw out. Yes. And that's why it's a crime. But it's so hard to prove. So people don't believe it. Oh, you're crazy. Nobody's doing well. Okay. They can do it to your family. Watch this. Learn how to protect yourself. Feed your ancestors. You don't have to. I don't care. They're saying, give them a cup of water, some fruit. I'm going to get into this energy here because what is it that you need to know? Because these 2 cards I did see, and they were for a reason because they said pull them. These ones I have not. Okay? I'm going to get one because cards are energy. And this is all just confirmation to the story I'm telling you. And it's not a story, it's the truth. So what is it that the viewer needs to know to help them on their journey? So oh, that's why they're not coming, because the other cards, they pull from the center to open it up. Success, but there we go. Because that's where envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. See, envy. They don't tell you about those things. They don't tell you about envy, jealousy, things like that. You should never be envious of nobody. But it goes down to who you are and loving yourself. Because when you balance both energies, the masculine and feminine, and you come in alignment so you can come into your higher self, Christ consciousness, because you know he's inside of all of us. We all have a piece of the Lord in us. We all have gifts. We're all empaths. We all have intuitions. That's why I say a mother's intuition. It's just if you choose to understand it. And if not, well, then that's fine. I'm not telling you have to do that. But I'm telling you, you're not crazy. But envy. See, they don't want you to understand the difference between love and jealousy. Because true love, you'll never hurt that person. You'll never harm them. You're no better than your person, your other half. See, that's what we don't understand as individuals. And that's what I had to realize as far as where everything is at with Mr. Combs. Because you do have to think outside the box, and where does it start? Because you have to break the cycle. Nobody's ready for what's getting ready to happen. They think, they're trying to get him out the trial, whatever. He's not getting out of prison. Like I said, he probably will get the death penalty. Because, well, first and foremost, it's certain things, but he's going to be in solitary confinement the rest of his life because he ordered the murders of Pac and Biggie. He did that, 31-31. So he changed the narrative and he took innocent life, but so right there alone, when people see, and then plus when you're a raper. You can't walk on there because what do you think they do to them? And what do you think they may just keep you because they might want to use you like you used everybody else? Sean Combs. See, nobody wants to think like that. Nobody wants to think outside the box. They think it's okay that the reason why the government didn't give him bail, because they knew what they're dealing with. Because he's the mastermind of a criminal enterprise that, not a conspiracy, that has, for, let's say, 3 decades, well, 3.5 he's been a menace to society, but has done it on a, like I said yesterday, I think it was, he's done it on a level that he thought he's God. Because he didn't think he could be taken out because he was protected, 3244. When you're protected in certain ways, then you can do what you want, you think you can. Nobody's bigger than God. So that's his plan. That's what he said, and I'm sticking to it. So people don't want to understand, and they want to talk. They knew what's up. That's why they put RICO. Because they know how big it is. But what they didn't understand is, with all these things opening up, because we're all just energy and we're all just one. See, people don't want to understand that. We're one. Collectively, that's why it's shifting. That's why nothing is sacred. I see all the entities, the demons they have around them. Because as a clairvoyant, I can see energy and I can see what they have on them. I can see things people don't. There's other empaths or other clairvoyants. Our gifts have just gotten stronger because of what's happening. So you can believe it or not. It doesn't matter because I'm not here to prove anything to you. I'm just here to clear the air and get some clarity, not on conspiracy theories, on breaking that conspiracy theory by showing you the truth that the narrative has been controlled by our forefathers, because it says it right there. Matter of fact, when I get into this video, it's, you push down on it and I'll label the creators in the bottom. It says the Illuminati. Once you go on there, start like 1709, the forefathers, yeah. So it's right there. It's not something that's made up. It's the forefathers that created what they created. And it's white people. I'm sorry. That's not racist and nothing involved. I'm not judging nobody, but I'm telling you straight facts. It's white men, 34, that created something. But creating something in their mind. Because I don't think like that. I'm not a racist. I don't hate nobody. Hate is a very ugly word. You got to dislike something, but people don't understand that. You can truly manifest that into your heart. and overall, and then you don't understand it. That's why when it's passed down from your children, well, it's learned, and then people don't understand this. That's why you want to judge somebody. You want to judge a situation when you can't. That's why if you break it down and you know that they set the narrative to do exactly what happened with Sean Combs. But you got to understand Sean Combs and the psychological part of everything. And people really can't do that until they understand where a man comes from and truly how somebody thinks. And it was broken down, and I'm going to break it down because I seen how it happened. Because truthfully, when you understand that certain events affect our life and it will change the course in our journey, and it shouldn't happen 35, 55, it should not happen. But when you were set up to fail your whole life and you didn't know this, then what are you going to do? See, the drugs that were brought in by the government to fill their pockets to control the narrative. Well, Sean Combs' father was murdered. He was a big drug dealer. His mother tried to raise his children right. So Sean Combs, he did go to Catholic school. See, he knows right from wrong. But what it is that, and as I was watching this documentary and how they broke it down, well, there's a certain point, pivotal point that's there. The moment that he found out his father was murdered, you don't know what that does to a person. It truly will affect you two ways. And then when you have he was molested at the school. They don't say it, but it's when I channeled that, boom, that was flashed. So at that moment in time, okay, if you're 14 years old and you're molested by the church, oh, I'm sorry, does that make you upset because it was swept under the rug? Well, yeah, it's swept under the rug. It's okay. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about it's for abortion. Oh, all this stuff. Oh, but it's okay for you to be molested in churches. It's all right for that, right? For priests to molest boys and girls, mostly boys. But it's okay, right? For the churches to do that and for them to tell us we're demonic, for them to tell us who we are, but not explain what we need to, how to protect ourselves. It's okay for that, right? That's because that's what you're saying. The Catholic Christian churches. And then you're going to go ahead and create your own church and make your own self a god. And you're going to launder money. You're going to do all these things. Because with the RICO charge, see, people want to say whatever. But if you think logically, if a person orders something and it comes true, then they manifested it. So if you ordered the murder of somebody and it happened, and you pass a check on to an individual, it doesn't matter what, from that moment forward, you're guilty because you already paid for it. See, it doesn't matter where that check goes because, as the law would say, it's the intent. See, the intent that's all we have to prove is intent. And his intent was, it's already there, it's already out there. It's not like it's a fact, it's not like non-fact. It's that the reason why, because they said they couldn't prove that they got the check. No, think outside the box. Now that you're RICO charging, see, when I said about the bullet, that bullet's in the dirt. So now they don't have the police reports and they can't find those. So when you go excavate that backyard and you find that bullet, well, there's your evidence. That's your smoking gun because that means they were there. That means, just like that young lady said, that she was SA'd and horribly changed the life forever. Nobody cares about that. See, we don't care about that. Just as long as, we don't take that moneymaker away. See, he lost control, so that's why this is happening. But everybody they don't want to believe something. They want to, that's something you truly have to work on. Because if you're thinking it's okay for another man to hit another man and you even think that it's about money, no. See, it's about getting justice. When a person is, well, let's just say, protected by the higher ups, and he has like a pass to do what he wants at a certain point in a life, well, then you really can't do nothing. And that's why there was no police charge. There was no report and things like that. That's why they put it under the rug. See, this is the problem. This could have been prevented, but it wasn't. Because the Lord had to show you. See, they had to wait for all the pieces of the puzzle to come into place. Because nobody wants to believe anything. This could have been stopped 40. It could have been stopped, what, centuries ago. But it wasn't. It could have been stopped decades ago, but it wasn't. Because Sean Combs was taught by certain individuals. He was a protege. So if you're taught something, because watch this, he didn't learn that. He was taught it. He was shown, and he has a bright mind. He does. And when I seen that he did go to church and all these things, because that's where it was at. It was a Catholic church. And everything, the pieces of the puzzle come together so you can understand a man's mindset. So you're raised without a father, and you were molested, and you find all these things out. Well, how do you think that is? Well, that is really hard. You can't just come out and just say that in this. See, that's what you understand. You have to start to understand as a young man. It's not easy to talk about something because then you think you're gonna be judged, and that's the problem. We over the decades and everything, the societies have put such their consciousness on us that we are truly, well, you're truly subconsciously don't love yourself and care about what people think. And really, because truly, humanity needs to understand 4222. Needs to understand people have feelings, they have emotions. And what's getting ready to happen is that there's lives that are coming out, they're still traumatized. That's why I was crying. When I say crying, I was in pain. I was picking up somebody else's emotions. And I had to transmute those. I did. And that's not easy. Understanding I'm an empath and I feel your pain. And yes, it hurts. So I understand what you've been through. And it ain't easy, believe me. For your dignity to be taken away. And what did you do? You didn't do anything. It's that one moment in time at 13 years old, 14 years old. I got chills all over my body. But nobody thinks about that. What that young man or that young lady went through. All it is so that show something. I'm not guilty. No, he is. But just as long as you don't disrupt the program they started, their agenda. Because if you start messing with the agenda, if you start messing with the narrative, well then you're a conspiracy theory. You're a conspiracy. You are this conspiracy. No. See, the thing is with the children and all that stuff putting out, well, yeah, it's been hard without their dad. Well, their dad's a monster. I'm sorry. But the thing is that he did take your mother out. All these things are going to come out. So they're preparing yourself. And if y'all don't want to believe, and that's the thing, there's a whole bunch of people that are going to have to deal with the pain that they've been in. Like Usher, when he was doing that interview, if you look at his face, see, it was a certain place when they were interviewing him, and would you go to Puffy camp? And he said no, 44. Because right there at that moment in time, it came back what happened with what Sean and them happened. See, I had to understand these things. You have to understand where it starts and how to get to that moment and point in somebody's life and then go ahead and start from there. Because nobody understood how it felt. Well, to grow up in Harlem, one of the ugliest places, because the narrative was to go in there and ruin the communities. To have the fathers gone and the mothers in lack mentality and not ever understanding how to love something and how to love yourself and not to understand your emotions or anything. But when you understand something, then you can start to analyze it. So when you grow up in a impoverished area and you can see that their narrative being controlled, it's been working, well, here we are. His mother did the best she could, and he knows right from wrong. He went to Catholic school, or whatever it was. At that Catholic school, he was molested. What happened there? No justice happened. So you have to think about something. Well, when you don't get justice and you don't speak out because that's something you can't speak out on, it was more than 4 little boys, whatever. It was many. And then they let him, that man, oh, and he had so many, it's ugly. But then they let him go to another church or another school, and then they let him ruin lives again because it's a narrative. That's what was meant to happen, for the priest to come in and molest boys. But you don't want to think about that because they sweep it under the rug. Well, I'm sorry if you don't like what I tell you. We all have opinions. I'm just spitting facts. You can believe what you want. 49. But you can believe what you want. But if it's the truth and it's right there, then there's facts. It's just, how do you want to think about that fact? Do you want to think about the fact as, well, it was only 3 boys? No, it was hundreds of boys. And it's communities. But it's communities everywhere. How do you control a narrative? You put your own belief in there. Well, it is about God first and foremost. So let's not get it twisted. You ain't God. God is all around. Holy Spirit. And we are energy. So you need to realize that. Nobody's more powerful than him. And you need to think outside the box, because this is the year that conspiracy is ending. Because Illuminati is real. And the government controls things. And they did this, the forefathers. So things have to change. We can't stay in the same cycles. But you need to start to vote. Fear. It's at the front. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. See, y'all are feared. See, this is for whoever watches this. Red is significant. Again, lack mentality. Lack-minded. Because you're in fear to think outside the box. You're in fear to believe we're not alone. You're in fear to change yourself. You're in fear to look at your own self and what you did. Because everybody's in fear. Because if they truly sit with themselves, well, damn, that means you're 48. That means you have to understand what you did and what Sean Combs did. The fear that the young men and women that he put in them, fear. See? Enterprise. And anybody that was connected to that enterprise is going to pay. One way or another. God, see, that's what he said. That's his story, and he's sticking to it. Let's go what's fast. Trust. See? These are just confirmations. Purple is significant. This is present, past, and the heart space. So, trust. See, all trust was broken. See, they broke all trust. Nobody can trust anybody, because when you have a broken individual, a broken soul, it's hard to trust. And 49. When you can't trust the cops, you can't trust the government to help you, well, Who do you trust? Nobody. So you go within and then you become a bitter person because you don't release nothing because you were set up for the future for failure. Yes, I'm sorry to tell you, you were set up before you were born. Lifetimes and lifetimes. Because you've been here before. You've been reincarnated. I accept that my inner value, my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Which is the truth. Because if you think outside the box and you truly understand what this is about, then you'll stop and think for a second. Maybe this is right. Maybe they did control something. Maybe there is the Illuminati. Maybe the government has been controlling things and don't want things out. Well, sorry about your luck. It's the truth. And there's gifted star seeds that are spreading the knowledge and wisdom and how to become a better person and how to analyze your gifts. What they didn't want in the very beginning because they wanted to label you crazy. They wanted to label you as something that you're not. And I don't know what to tell you because I have gifts. I'm a clairvoyant. I'm a psychic medium. I channel messages from the past on loved ones. I get downloads. Yeah, because that's what it's about. So what's at the heart space? What's at the heart space? And I'm not going to make it up. I can't make it. I can't make it up. But I can make it make sense. Judgment. Judgment. That's what you need to know. What everybody needs to know that they're watching. This is judgment. See, this is energy. This is telling a story because if we want to tell a story and not change the narrative, but make it make sense. And how do the cards work? Because they're energy. But they're gonna, if you co-create with the universe and you work with the Most High, truly, you're gonna get your story. And you're gonna get what you need to make things make sense. Well, right now we're being judged. Everybody is. Everybody is. Nobody's not getting judged. I can't make it. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Yes, you're right. You do. See, I'm glad that one came out because it's going to go into these cards that I've seen already. See, I didn't see none of these cards. When you co-create anything that we're doing, co-creating, it's going to make sense. That's it. Because when you're here to change things and you're here to speak on things, well, this is the overall. Right here, judgment. How's it coming out? Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. See, grief, yellow, oranges. But grief, what people don't understand, what people are going to be in. People can't understand what somebody's been through if they don't believe them. So right then, they're already being shamed because those lawyers, high-paid lawyers, they're paid to prove something wrong, and they keep on saying, "Oh, we're gonna make sure." No, there's, but he's probably gonna get the death penalty. Y'all need to prepare yourself for that because he ain't getting out. And everybody that was connected to him, you're right. You better start preparing yourself. Because if you were around and you seen anything, look at, nobody can run from the past. Nobody can. So if you were taped and all those things, well, that doesn't make who you are. You were just taken advantage of. But if you knew and you started participating, pobrecitos, get ready. Let's see. Don't doubt what I'm telling you. Because I can't make this up. Because y'all doubt what the Lord is saying. Because this is not me. 5444. I'm just giving a message. Honestly. I'm giving a message. So don't get mad at me and don't get triggered because I'm telling you the truth. I'm just co-creating with the universe. And if you don't like it, well, tough titty, said the kitty. You don't even have to watch this video because you can stay lack. You can stay stuck. Because that's where everybody's at. But they think they can block things and they think they can block the truth. And they think they can change the narrative on our soul's journey. No, 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 sir. Because this judgment been called. All that's been happening is for us to develop the gifts that we need. Truly, my gifts are unreal. They're valuable. But right now, it's not about money. It's about helping a society. To bring them down, but to society that has been hurt by Sean Combs. Because he had a job to do, and he did it successfully. He ruined the lives of thousands. 55. And nobody wants to believe it. That's why your narrative was handled. Because you were successful. You were successful. Illuminati. You're not powerful than God, more powerful than God. Nobody is. That's why everybody is coming down. That's why the magic is real. That's why everything has been returned to sender. Because when you know you're protected and you understand we're not alone, and you understand about the rituals, and you understand about what it is, how to protect yourself. That's why I co-create. See, it's a cosmic egg. But it doesn't matter. Because you can believe what you want. You can stay stuck. But I'm going to tell you what. You may not be here anymore. Because DNA activations, it's happening. See, there's people that have been taken out. And that's why they're going to be doing tests. Michael Jackson was taken out. Kim Porter was taken out. Whitney Houston was taken out. Yeah. Because you have to understand something. Once that man turned demonic and he sold his soul to the devil, well, everything was under control. Everything wasn't under control, but they had it under control. They thought the cover-ups by the higher-ups, Oprah and FBI's and police. See, everybody's judge. It's judgment day. No matter if you've seen this video or not, your life's going to start to go wrong. And when that happens, what you're not going to understand it. See, we're not supposed to see what happens to other people because that's not what we're here for. We call it judgment. The Lord is real. It's about God. It's about understanding. We're not perfect. We're not here to judge. We're just here to uplift and raise the vibration. Raise your vibration. Ask the Lord to come in your life. Say, Lord, come in. My heart's open, Lord. I accept you. I invite you into my life. I invite you into my heart, into my soul, so that you can help me move forward, so you can help me understand how to love and how to heal, how to bring justice into my life, how to balance my life out and become a better person, because I don't want to be ugly, Lord. I don't want to fight. I don't want to have worries. I don't want to have anxiety no more. I want to be right with you and with everybody else. But first and foremost, I want to be right with myself, because I know you'll forgive me and because you love me unconditionally. Thank you, Lord. Now, what can I do for you, Lord? What do you need from me? I release the need to know all the answers. Stop needing to know everything. Because when you do, well, all you do is worry yourself. And all you do is put yourself in something that you can never understand, because nobody truly understands what's been done. But you will believe what I'm going to tell you. So I'm going to go into the videos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video now. Because I'm going to give you portal light. She guides on wings through time and space. That's the closing message. See, when you know you're protected in spirit and that we are powerful, that doesn't make us better than anyone. That just makes us understand who we are. And that makes us understand that we can't hurt nobody. Our words are powerful. Our thoughts are powerful. And prayer, well, you understand what that means. How powerful prayer is. Because the Lord answers prayers. If you let Him in your heart, He'll answer your prayer. Because the people that have been wrong, they're going to be righted. And their prayers are being answered. We just don't understand that. You don't understand that because you doubt. When you doubt, well, that's your problem. When you doubt the Lord and you doubt that they put their opinions and they put their narrative in it, so they made the rules. That's all I can tell you is the rules were set before you were here and they didn't want you to get here. So you're going to have to do this again because you were reincarnated in this lifetime. You don't have to believe me. But I tell you what, I ain't stuck. I know my power and I know who I am. And not my power. I don't have no power. Right? What He gives me. The power He gives me to speak. The power He gives me to do His will. To call judgment when it needs to be called. You may not like it. You may not understand it, but you will respect it. And you will respect Him. You ain't got to respect me, believe me. I ain't nobody. I ain't. But I tell you what, when you walk with the Lord, you don't have to worry about nothing. I'm just trying to help the ones that truly need help. The ones that are in pain that you don't even understand. You don't feel their pain. You think it's easy to sit here and tell you I cry and that I cry. Well, yeah, because I have to transmute their pain. It's not easy because it's ugly. When you sit there and truly understand and you channel somebody's energy, well, it's just love or pain. That's what you're channeling. You know that, right? I'm going to explain something to you. Either you're channeling love or you're channeling pain. One of the two. That's it. So I'm going to leave it here. And hopefully you stayed this long. If not, well, I'm going to introduce the next video. And it's going to show you the Illuminati. And I'll speak a little bit on some of the key points. But it'll show you, because you're going to have to watch the other videos. Because I am a psychic. I am a medium. I am an empath and I am a healer. That don't mean I can just, no, that means I know how to help. See, we all have gifts. You just got to understand what it's about. That don't make nobody better, and I'm not here to judge. So stop judging. Stop trying to control. Just stop and think about somebody else besides yourself. Because when you do that, then you understand what it's about. It's not about you anymore. It's about somebody else's feelings. And has somebody else been hurt? Because you haven't. And if you have, I'm sorry. That's why. But nobody wants to think about nobody else because everybody's selfish. Because everybody cares about the bag. They care about themselves. They don't understand what Sean's family's been through. They don't understand what he put them through. When you have a narcissist father that doesn't love nobody but himself, well, you don't understand it because you're a child still. Because they don't realize what they've been put through. Their father and mother is gone. Their brothers are going to be taken away. No telling what is getting ready to open up. Mark what I'm telling you. And you don't have to believe me. But you will respect me and the Lord. But I want to thank you first and foremost. If nobody's told you they love you, I love you. And I'll link the creators down in the box. But like, subscribe, and share, because, yeah, y'all be watching, but you know what's up. Or don't show up. But y'all can't, because that's knowledge. I be dropping bombs. No. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And hopefully we'll do this again. Scorpion!